Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to reveal to you what makes Jesus' only begotten Son so smart. He does the one thing that Satan did not do, and Satan used this one thing to torment him. The main thing Satan used to torment Nick is Nick was really good at reading in between the lines. So Satan forced Nick's brain to read in between the lines so far that Satan thought he was tormenting him and making him look for things that ain't there, the curse of Cain. Ladies and gentlemen, what made Satan so retarded is with Moses, God was trying to tell Satan, with God all things are possible. With David and Goliath, God was trying to tell Satan, with God all things are possible. With Jesus, God was trying to tell Satan, with God all things are possible. So Satan thought it was in his best interest to torment Nick by making Nick search out. The reason why there's so many contradictions, what fucks Satan, is because he wasn't able to read in between the lines. Ladies and gentlemen, read every single bio and try your best to read in between the lines. That's niggalese training. Atheists, when you see a contradiction, search out the topic. Maybe God's trying to paint a path. Like, at one point, God says America's the beast, and then the rest of the time, God goes way out of his way to say America's Babylon, the great prostitute, NASA, and Illuminati are the beast. That's because God's trying to say, if y'all want to be the beast, if y'all want to rebel against God, then you can be the beast too. Okay? So it's not saying that you're not the beast. It's just God saying, like, he's saying they the beast, but if you want to be with them, then you with the beast. Okay? So it's like, at one point God says just they the beast, but then God says America as a whole the beast. It's just God trying to paint a path. It's kind of like whatever you want to do. So in these videos, when you see a contradiction, when in these videos you see something that don't quite add up, what he's trying to tell you is, with God, all things are possible. God got an elastic clause. Okay? And what he's trying to tell Satan, if you look at the Bible over and over and over and over, God is just trying to tell Satan, with God, all things are possible. Okay, every single prophet that's ever been a prophet has been looking at Satan at the corner of their eye like this, like, nigga, we talking to you too, nigga. Nigga, we talking to you too, nigga. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus made Satan study the Bible. Satan studied the Bible to find out. Like, Jesus had Satan studying the Bible. Satan would look in the Bible to find ways to tempt man to sin. Little did he know that was Jesus making, because Jesus, like Jesus said, he who did not know his sin would not be guilty of his sin. Ladies and gentlemen, Jesus was very salty about Satan hanging Peter on a cross. He was very salty about what he did to his special, dearly beloved people. Now some boss reading between the lines. God was very upset with Satan. Jesus was very upset with Satan. So God and Jesus. Jesus is not Satan. And yet again, there's another way. Jesus is with him, so he will accidentally make him say Satan. Ladies and gentlemen, this boy is not the Christ, but him and the Christ is like Gogeta. That's why most of the time he's speaking in the context of the Christ, because he's not the Christ, but the Christ is with him like Gogeta. Ladies and gentlemen, look up Gogeta. We're trying to tell you, Illuminati, we're trying to do as little miracles as possible. We're literally trying to do as little miracles as possible. We're going to keep it real with you. We're trying to do as little miracles as possible. We did just enough to let you know, push come to shove. All things are possible with God. But if you open that door, we will open that door. If you open that door now, it's an Illuminati. We just literally try not to open that door. But if you force our hand and force us to open that door, we will open that door. Now it's an Illuminati, and you will know. If you force us to open that door, now it's an Illuminati. We just gonna send you the strongest message to all hitmen out there, all hitters out there. Cartel, we want to be your friend. But the person that touches this boy, they will know that all things are possible through Christ. Okay? Read in between the lines here. Ladies and gentlemen, we're talking about you don't spend some alone time with God in the abyss. Now, son Illuminati, before you get any funny ideas, God can do miracles. You know that. You know that. If you touch a hair on this, God didn't see us. You don't touch a hair on this boy's head. Okay, this boy is the only part. This boy is the reason God is saving you. Now, son Illuminati, shout out to all hitters out there. Shout out to any and all hitters out there. Shout out to Bill Gates. Shout out to Mr. Porno Boy. Shout out to the Illuminati. Shout out NASA. Shout out any nigga that got a problem with what I got to say. Shout out Slim Shady if you want a problem. Shout out Mexican Cartel. Shout out Sinaloa Cartel. Shout out Miss 13 going on 30. If You try to touch. We not. We've laid some. Hey, whoa. We got some woes going on. I mean, the whole operation is a woe. We're trying to do as little. We don't keep it real with y'all. We're trying to do as little miraculous things as possible and let the operation as a whole serve as a miracle. We have laid just enough out there to let you know that if you want smoke, you will be the smoke. And if you try to touch a hair on this boy's head, you will spend some alone time with God, and you will know that with God all things are possible. Okay, you won't be down there 1,000 years. We ain't gonna lie to you. You won't be down there 1,000 years, but you will be down there at least 100 years, and you will spend some alone time with the Most High God. Satan insisted. That's the reason why all these prophets are undercover. Jim Jeffries, you're an undercover prophet. Joe Rogan, you're an undercover prophet. There's many more undercover prophets because Satan insisted on killing the prophets. Ladies and gentlemen, God insists that this prophet will not be touched. God insists that this prophet will not be touched. Ladies and gentlemen, if you even consider touching this prophet, you will spend some alone time with God. That is why God doesn't send prophets anymore, ladies and gentlemen, because Satan insisted on killing them in the most heinous way he possibly could. Trying to send God a strong message, don't do that. I'm going to hurt him as much as I possibly can. So God, and that's another thing, he thought he got God to submit to his will. That's another reason why he thought he had God went up. He got God to submit to his will. Ladies and gentlemen, the victory Satan got backfired in his face hard. Ladies and gentlemen, Satan will... shout out to any and all hitters out there. Every ounce of pain and suffering that has ever been felt in human history. Every ounce of pain and suffering that has ever been felt in human history. Every ounce. God has it accounted for. And Satan will feel it 7 times a day for the next 1,000 years. That's Earth years, okay? God is building a hyperbolic time chamber. He can do that. Hyperbolic time chamber. Look up Dragon Ball Z. Hyperbolic time chamber. Who did Satan think he was? He thought it was Shenron on Dragon Ball Z. He thought he was Shenron. That's who Satan thought he was. He's a dirt worm, okay? Satan will feel man's pain and suffering 7 times on a loop, and that's just phase 1. As soon as Satan gets used to that, it's getting worse. As soon as Satan finally thinks, okay, I'm used to it, it's getting worse. Like, it's doubling. Okay, it's doubling. It's doubling. And then as soon as he gets used to that, it's doubling. Like, it's literally like... There is a small creation of creatures in the abyss right now getting tortured. They're lifeless, unconscious creatures, but their nerve endings are being tortured, and that is being channeled back into Satan. Because Satan thought it cannot get any worse. Ladies and gentlemen, God insists that this prophet has been tortured just to tell you that God loves you, and for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. I insist that this boy live a very happy life on this earth. I insist that this boy live a very long, happy life on this earth. Jesus Christ, the Lord Almighty, insists that this boy live a very long, happy life on this earth. So if you even consider touching this boy, shout out to any and everybody. If you consider touching this boy, you will spend some alone time with God in the abyss. You will spend some alone time with Jesus in the abyss. Now, so Illuminati. The universe is truly infinite. This is not a mirage. The bottomless pit is in fact bottomless. He meant what he said. God means what he says. God means what he says. When God does set the heavens on fire, the heavens will fall onto the earth. Read the book of Peter, both of them. He will set the heavens on fire. The heavens will fall on the earth, and the earth will literally be in constant free fall. Christians, for any Christians that thought, I thought Jesus came out of the sky. Well, A, he did. Okay? Just like he did with Paul. B, Christ comes and restores all things. He don't come, what you think is supposed to happen with the rapture don't happen to the end. Like when God destroyed the heavens and the earth, and it makes a new heaven and a new earth. And that don't happen.